Hey everyone, my name is Pranoy Sangowdar. I'm a recent graduate from Vanderbilt University, and I'm attending the Albert Einstein College of Medicine up in New York City. I've been tutoring for the past 6 years, and I've worked with over 200 students during that time across a variety of different subjects. I started my work with high schoolers through SAT prep, and during undergraduate, worked with students in biology, biochemistry, and psychology. Over the past year, I've been focusing my efforts primarily on MCAT prep. My approach to MCAT tutoring is unique in that I prioritize passage analysis techniques and learning about patterns and mistakes rather than worrying about gaps in content. I believe that this is the highest yield use of our time together and opens the door for a really productive back and forth discussion that will help you across more questions rather than just that one question where you may have an issue with content. Of course, the structure of your MCAT preparation is also really important, and I pride myself in really putting a lot of emphasis into how we go about things in that regard. I usually spend the first few tutoring sessions working backwards from your test date to make sure that you have enough time in your plan for an appropriate content review stage, having a practice phase, and then having those question sets and full lengths assigned for you to complete at an appropriate time through your prep. My greatest strength as a tutor is that I'm pretty relatable. I understand the stresses that really come with this time in your life. The schedules that I help create alongside my students make sure that they have enough time outside of studying so that they can exert themselves in the other aspects of their application that are equally as important as the MCAT. I'm grateful to say that I've helped students achieve greater than a 515 score. My approach of each student, however, was different. Some really benefited from me giving them a hard structure to their day-by-day reviews. Others really benefited from us spending a lot of time on CARS passage analysis. Each student was different, each approach was different, but the outcomes for each were something to be really proud of. I believe the key to success comes from an extremely strong base of content review before a dedicated practice phase. This format helped me and helps my current students enter each practice session knowing that they know almost all of the content that can be tested. This means that any errors that come up during this practice session might be due to an incorrect approach to the question rather than simply not knowing the content. With a large enough sample size of questions, this will help us identify patterns and mistakes and work on changing our passage analysis or question answering approaches so that we can do better over the long term. I'm passionate about helping pre-med students ace the MCAT because I myself had incredible tutors and mentors throughout the process, whether that be in class, whether that be in my med school application, or really through the MCAT. And I was grateful for their help, and tutoring now is my way of paying that gratitude forward. I'm really excited to get to work with you, and I'm happy to answer any questions that may come up before we get started. Take care.